Well, hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this is 7Demo7, and today we're going to be installing Fangs on my OneWheel. Now this is the Fangs 2.1, and this is the latest kit that they've come out with. They were on back order when I purchased the OneWheel, so I had it ordered immediately, but they didn't come in until just yesterday. So I've gotten about 80 miles on my OneWheel so far, and I had my first big nosedive just the other day. I'll be doing a video on that in the future because it was pretty dramatic. I hit my head pretty darn hard. So wait for that video. I'll be doing a blow-by-blow as I had it filmed as I was falling. And a lot of you guys on Facebook that follow me, Jeff Yang on Facebook, you will know what I'm talking about. Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit of a tutorial here. The first thing I want to mention is that the instructions are very, very good. I also looked at Jimmy Chang's video, so his was on the 2.0. I don't know if there's a difference between the 2.0 and the 2.1. Maybe there are some slight differences. Anyway, I will go ahead and put this on, and hopefully you guys will learn something as I do as we install this new kit. Well, alright guys, let's just get into it, shall we? So I am going to use a drill with a bit on the end of it, but I am going to loosen the screws with this Allen key to start with because I hate undoing stuff. We're also going to use some thin CA. This is cyanoacrylate, which a lot of you guys in hobbies will know about. It's basically super glue. I got mine from Hobby King. It's like $4 for a giant bit like this. I use it in my RC airplanes on my RC channel. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the Fangs kit real quick. And I do like the two stickers that they sent along. Those are really cool. So first off, we've got this bag with all of our wheels and bearings and spacers, it looks like. So I'm going to put those together in just a second. And here we have the mounts. These are like the non-slip pads. These are all the screws that come along in the kit. And in the instructions, they do show you where each screw goes to. It looks like there's a button head here, and here is a countersunk screw here. These look very nice and sturdy. I mean, I can barely flex that. That looks like it's made out of some nice injection molded plastic. And or 3D printed, but I don't see any lines in there, so I don't think they are 3D printed. Here's all of our spacers and washers here. I only saw two here, but there's two more left in the package. Take a look here. So there's the little wheels. It looks like we're gonna pop those guys in there. Always the spacers go in between, I believe, the wheels here. So we're gonna have one wheel together like this, and the spacers keep the wheels from binding up, I believe. So let's go ahead and get along with the install. Alright, now so as a lot of you guys know, there's two screws here and two screws here that hold in the top plate. We're going to take that off right now. The first thing we need to do is reinforce the grommets that are inside this wood, because these front areas are going to be under a little bit more stress in case you do nosedive. It's going to reinforce those grommets. Okay guys, so let's pull off this top plate here and see what it looks like underneath. There should be a, I'm going to take off my fender here real quick. Ooh, that looks ugly. Let's see here. So we should have a cable underneath here. We're just going to lay this open like this. Be careful of your little connection here. You don't want to stress it or pull it or anything like that. So we're just going to run the CA through there, let it dry, and then we'll be installing the Fangs. Now there is a big difference between Jimmy Chang's video and mine. These inserts here look a lot different than his did in his video. His looked like they were brass or kind of goldish color, and there was a little bit of an indentation right around the outside edge here. These are very, very flush, so I don't know how necessary the step is. However, it's suggested by the manufacturer, and it's always good to put CA where you have high stress areas on wood. Okay, so let's go ahead and start installing the Fangs here. So you're going to take the cap head screws, which are 10 by 32 by 1, and this is a 4mm cap head screw, so you need a 4mm wrench. And one of the things that they do say is to make sure that you thread them in very carefully. So what I did is I actually just took both bolts, threaded them in, just make sure that they went in nice and easy. So I'm going to use just the tiniest amount of thread locker so that these bolts don't back out. One thing about thread locker is that it is corrosive to plastic. As soon as you touch plastic with a thread locker, it can haze your plastic and make it brittle instantly. So I use this from the automotive stores. This is a Loctite, and even though this is red, which is supposed to be permanent, I use just the smallest amount, and I've never ever had troubles with taking out screws after using this. I use this in my RC practice all the time. You can also get a stick of the blue as well, which is the medium thread locker. So as you guys can see here, I have just the smallest amount there. I'm just going to work it in with my fingers so there's no chance of it getting on the plastic. And let's go ahead and install the fangs. But we're also going to put the little non-slip pad underneath there as well. So let me go ahead and grab that. And let's go ahead and tighten this down here. Just make sure it's going in nice and free. So I'm just going to snug that down a little bit. Went in really easy. Let's get this other guy going. Pass the bolt through. Put the little non-slip pad in here. These are not very non-slip, but it just feels like it's 3D printed plastic actually, so maybe it's like TPU or something. There we go. That should do it. Don't want to over tighten, you don't want to put too much stress on those inserts inside the wood there. Okay guys, so this is maybe the only really difficult part in the installation. You're going to want to put the board on its side where you're passing the bolt through the bottom here, so you have the nut on the very top, and I'm also going to put some thread locker on this as well. Okay guys, I'm going to do this the best I can, trying not to get my hands in the way so you guys can see what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the bolt underneath here. I'm going to place a washer on there, and I'm going to back the bolt out so it'll hold it in place just barely. There we go. Yeah, put the wheel in and then start passing the screw through, and I need to make sure I line up that insert in the inside. There we go. Okay, now I just need to back this off and put my last washer in here. So you can have a washer on either side of the wheel. Just slide that in there. And it looks like probably good to have like a pokey tool to kind of line up that. And that was pretty easy. So yeah, it's good to have a little pokey tool to kind of move the washer into place. And like I said, I do have the thread locker in there, so I'm just gonna do this, and I'll have my 4mm here. Go ahead and tighten this down. And from what I understand, you should not tighten this down too much, because if you do, you can actually stop the wheel from turning. But it looks like in the 2.1 version, I think that insert in this inside of the bearing is preventing this from being stopped by over tightening. So I went ahead and tightened this down pretty snug, and we're still rolling really nice. Now in Jimmy Chang's video, he tightened it down and then it stopped the bearings from moving. So I think maybe that insert inside of the between the two bearings is maybe the updated version of this. So this looks really nice. It's rolling nice and free. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the second side. Well, alright guys, thank you so much for joining my video. I guess my one wheel is now more of a tricycle. Hopefully I don't use these, but I'm sure at some point I'm going to nosedive a little bit, and hopefully these will give me those couple extra seconds that are going to allow me to run this, run out my fall. And just full disclosure guys, this was not sent to me by free. I paid my own money from it, bought it from Land-Surf when they were on their next batch that they were getting through. Anyway, if you like this type of content, guys, you can support me by going to my Amazon store or click through to Banggood. I'll have links in the description down below. But I'm going to continue making some videos on the one wheel and all my progress with it. And like I said, stay tuned for that fall video that's coming up, and it's quite dramatic. So anyway, with that, guys, thank you so much. And thanks so much for Land-Surf for making such a cool product. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. There's no truth in these dreams I chase. Out of sight.